Okay, good afternoon, everyone. I'd like to call to order the City of East Chicago Board of Public Works meeting for December 11th, 2025. Roll call.
Val Gomez.
Present.
Weena Guzman.
Present.
Frank Rivera.
Present.
Okay, next on our agenda, we have the minutes of the regular meeting of Thursday, November 24th, 2025. I'd like to make the motion to approve as written.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. We have no correspondence. We'll move on to new business. First item on our agenda is the bid opening for the bus shelters. This from Bus Transit.
Good afternoon, everybody. Francisco Rosado, Director of Transit, East Chicago. And I have Scott.
Scott Brooks,
We have the first bid is from Reeves Fence Service. Base bid of $188,800.
just two copies.
And the alternate bid is $224,000.
35.
Oh, I'm sorry, $35,400. And then the total is $224,200. Second packet or bid is from Martinez Construction. Base bid, $64,500. Alternate bid, $14,800. No, you didn't put a total on here. 79,300?
64
64,500,
and 14.
14,800.
Is that an 8 or a 6? Oscar, what is that? 6. 6? 14,
Okay,
6.
14,600. 79,100.
Okay, thanks.
Last bid is from Solution and Improvements. Base bid, $72,180. Alternate bid, $16,190. For a total bid of $88,350.
Frank, what's the name of the company?
Pardon?
What's the name of the last company?
This last company is Solutions and Improvements.
You're on the Munster.
Yeah, Munster. We will review the bids, take them under advisement, and then contact the company.
You want to give your recommendation next meeting, or are you going to go through them here right now? I
We
mean,
go through it now. Can we go through it until the end?
yeah.
Yep, okay.
Just,
Yeah.
I've done that last one. I
That's what I had.
Total, yeah.
Yeah, 370.
We'll use it 350. I think.
Okay, that's what they had. Okay.
Okay, so that concludes the bid opening for the bus shelters. They will take under advisement. If they come back to us with their recommendation, we'll take it up. Okay, next on the agenda, we have the Verizon contract. This is an annual agreement. It is with Public Works. It is for vehicle tracking subscription, powered assist tracking subscription, and roadside assistance subscription. The amount is for monthly payment of $5,276.35 and an annual payment of $63,316.20. Are there any questions or comments on this proposal?
No.
There being no further questions or comments, I'd like to make a motion approving Verizon Connect proposal for Public Works for their vehicle tracking subscription project.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Next, we have for Mechanical Concepts, we have 3 proposals. The first one is for Fall and Spring startup on the heating and cooling systems at 8 locations. The locations are the Mayor's Office, City Hall, Public Safety, Central Fire Station, Fire Station number 2, Fire Station number 4, Fire Station number 5, and Animal Control. The amount is $31,400. Any questions or comments on this one?
No.
Okay, the second proposal from Mechanical Concepts is also for fall and spring startup on the heating and cooling systems at 2 locations. No, at 1 to 12 locations. Locations are park and rec locations, along with Block Stadium. So they're Heritage Hall, Unity Hall, Riley Park, Roxana Center, Marktown Center, Park Administration Building and Greenhouse, Washington Park Garage, Kosciuszko Park Garage, MacArthur Golf Course, Carnegie Hall, Sunnyside Park, and as I mentioned, Block Stadium. The amount is for $34,140. Any questions or comments on this one?
None.
Okay, the third proposal for Mechanical Concepts. This one is for the spring startups and winterization for Kenny Lofton and Block Stadium. So it's a little different. It is only for these 2 locations. It is for $9,689. Any questions or comments on this one?
No.
There being no further questions or comments, I'd like to make a motion to approve the 3 proposals from Mechanical Concepts for Public Works.
Second. Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Okay, next we have 2026 rate schedules from Public Works. We have 6 rate schedules. The first one is from Service Sanitation, and this is for portable sanitation needs. They have their rates for various portable restrooms and options that you can ask for. It is a not to exceed 30,000, and these are basically we use for our special events. Are there any questions or comments on this proposal from Service Sanitation?
No.
There being no further questions or comments, I'd like to make a motion approving Service Sanitation's rate schedule for portable sanitation needs.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Okay, the second one is, we have 2 from the Bug Guys. The first one is for municipal buildings. It is for pest control in municipal buildings. That is for raccoon, bats, roaches, and bed bugs. And they are all on emergency call situations. And he gives us their rates for those. It has a not to exceed of $10,000. So that's a little specialized for these types of creatures. The second one, also from the Bug Guys, this one had a not to exceed of $10,000. The second one is for public buildings. It is for spraying of insects, baiting, and mice at locations. 3 locations: Animal Control, Police Department, and the public courts. I did call Jalen Johnson and I asked him for his not to exceed because it wasn't included. And he said it's the same as the other one, $10,000. Okay? Are there any questions or comments on these two proposals from the bug guys with Public Works?
No.
Okay, there being no further question, I'd like to make a motion approving the bug guys' proposals for these two projects with Public Works.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Okay, next we have for Mechanical Concepts, we have their rate schedules for heating and cooling situations. We have their service group technicians. We have their sheet metal technician group, and we have their plumbing technician group. There is a not to exceed of $150,000. Just for record, we use them quite a bit. I think they're the #1 company we use for the city right now. Are there any questions or comments on Mechanical Concepts rate schedule for 2026?
No.
There being no further questions or comments, I'd like to make a motion approving Mechanical Concepts rate schedules for 2026 with Public Works.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Next, we have from Valley Security, this is the 2026 rates for repairs to doors and detention at the Public Safety Building. That includes the ECPD, the courts, and the clerk's offices. Any issues with the doors, this is what this rate schedule will refer to. They have a not to exceed of $10,000. Any questions or comments on Valley Security's proposal?
No.
There being no further questions or comments, I'd like to make a motion approving Valley Security's rate schedule with Public Works with a not to exceed of $10,000. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Okay, next we have from our mill, CFC. This is a company that specializes in industrial furnaces and high-temperature processing equipment. They include their rate schedule for engineer, technicians, journeymen. They also have their travel rates. Their not to exceed for Public Works is $5,000. For other departments, it's also $5,000. Are there any questions or comments on our mill CFS's rate schedule?
No.
There being no further questions, I'd like to make a motion approving our mill's rate schedule with Public Works.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Okay, next we have from Crew, how do you say, anybody know how to pronounce this? Cruislick?
That's it.
Okay, I'll take your word for it. Okay, so from Cruislick Material and Truck and Excavating out of Highland, we have their proposal. This is no longer rate schedules. The following will be proposals. There's a proposal for 220 yards of 3/4 inch stone to cover 16,500 square feet. This would involve 13 loads at $10,205, 9 rolls of fabric at $2,331, 2 cases of pins at $159.98, for a total of $12,695.98. Are there any questions or comments on this proposal
No.
for Public Works? There be no further questions or comments, I'd like to make a motion approving the proposal from Cross. Okay.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Okay, next we come to the proposal from Fence Masters. This is for our casino at Ameristar. It's a fence replacement. It is a replacement project. It is, Public Works is asking for option 2. It is to take down and remove from the site 66 feet of 8-inch high wood fence. First install 102 feet of missing fence and new fence at 6 feet. And all new fence installed at 6 feet to include aluminum stiffeners at each post set in concrete. Total amount is $17,082. Any questions or comments? There being no further questions or comments, I'd like to make a motion approving Fence Masters' proposal for our casino ramp fence replacement.
Did we get another proposal? I'm so sorry. Or is this only proposal?
Let me look here, I think. I'd have to check, but I believe this is the company we've been using for all our projects, and they might have a sole proprietary. So we'll make the motion on condition that Public Works Director Jalen Robinson asked us if he forgot to put in that. But I know we've had several projects with them, so it might be, we'll find out, okay? So, any other questions?
No.
No.
I'd like to make a motion, we approve the fence master's proposal for the fencing at, near our Ameristar Casino, on the condition we also receive the extra information as to whether he had other quotes or if he had a sole proprietary. Okay?
Yes.
And the
Second.
first motion. Second? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, motion passes. Okay, next we have from Public Works also, it is a purchase of a vehicle. And we do have a letter from Jalen Johnson, our vehicle maintenance manager. He says, attached you'll find 3 separate quotes for one 2026 Buick Enclave SUV that we asked approved to purchase for the East Chicago Clerk's Office. This new vehicle will be used by the city clerk for day-to-day business conduct. With obtained approval from the mayor's office, we asked approval of the quote from Circle Buick to be approved so we can get the procurement process started as soon as possible. He did include several quotes. The lowest is actually what he mentioned, Circle Buick at $51,561.75. He is asking for not to exceed a $52,000. The other second quote was from Curry Buick for $62,831, and the third one was for Shepal Buick at $62,852. So Circle Buick was the lowest at $51,561.75. Any questions or comments on this proposal for the city clerk?
No.
Okay, there being no further question or comments, I'd like to make a motion accepting Public Works recommendation for purchasing of the vehicle for the clerk from Circle Buick.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Motion passes. Okay, next we have the MIA membership dues. This is from the Controller's Office. MIA is the Accelerated Indiana Municipalities, Indiana Cities and Towns Organization. If you haven't heard about them, they provide a lot of education and resources for cities and towns, and they have a lot of support with grants with all the cities. Matter of fact, they helped us get several also. The amount is, the annual dues are $16,907. Are there any questions or comments on this proposal?
No, none.
There being no further questions or comments, I'd like to make a motion approving the funding for the membership dues for our AIM membership.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. I see our transit director has come back. Did you make a decision yet?
Yes.
Okay. So we're going to interrupt and go back to our bid recommendation.
After consulting with Scott, we're going to make a recommendation to go with Martinez Construction
Okay.
out of the here city of East Chicago.
And that was for $79,100. So that was the lowest, most responsive. All the paperwork's correct and everything?
Yes.
Okay. So, based on your recommendation, I'd like to make a motion accepting Martinez Construction as the lowest, most responsive bidder for our bus shelter transit project.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Okay.
Thank you. This.
Okay, that's next on. Okay, next on our agenda, we have from the Controller's Office, we have the EC credit card payments. This is the East Chicago write-off. This is where it's been determined with credit card payments from various departments that there's been attempts to collect uncollectible payments. A lot of times that people make a payment and they cancel it, A lot of times it's a problem with their credit card. And these we've been carrying since 2022, 23, and 24. And we decided to write them off because the departments have tried various times and they have reached no solution. There are quite a few that we do settle, but these are ones, for some reason or another, we haven't been able to settle. So we decided to write them off. The total for writing these off will be $808.41. Along the paperwork, we have the departments. We'll write them off, but the departments, some departments will continue to try to get the fees, and if they do, we'll submit them again, that we received them. And we'll explain that we wrote them off, but then we're bringing them back. Any questions or comments on this proposal?
None.
No,
There
none.
being no further questions or comments, I'd like to make a motion approving the EC credit card payment, writing off of the EC credit card payments which have been uncollectible for the past 3 years.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Okay, next we have, from the Bug Guy, we have a proposal for 2 projects. The first one is for City Hall and the Mayor's Office. It is for the regular services of insects and mice. It is for spraying in both buildings and baiting for mice in each one. The one for City Hall and the Mayor's Office, the annual agreement is for $1,800. The monthly payments are $150. Any questions or comments on the one for City Hall or the Mayor's Office?
No.
The second one is for the engineering department. It is the same type, for spraying for insects and for baiting for mice. Their annual fee is $1,200. Their monthly payment would be $100. Any question on this one?
No.
Being no further questions or comments, I'd like to make a motion approving the Bug Guy's 2 proposals for these 3 various city buildings.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Motion passes. Okay, next we go to, this is from Miracle Incorporated. This is an update and shoreline report. What we have is a proposal for the status update and shoreline report for the former East Chicago City dump. We have background items, sent a letter to the city dated September 29, 2025, requesting a status update on the East Chicago City dump. The SW program ID 45-UP-018 item has requested information on the post-closure use, including current planning efforts for the cover design, 2026 expected milestones, and anticipated completion dates. They have requested this information by January 1st, 2026. The scope of work America will be performing will be preparing the report summarizing all the data collected during the shoreline trenching and conducted during the interim corrective action report. Also, the report will be prepared in accordance with item standards. Third, the draft report will be provided to the client for review prior to submittal to item, and we'll submit the letter to item on behalf of the client, City of Chicago, by the deadline of 1 January 26. The fee will be for the status update letter, $950, and for the native South Shore shoreline report, $1,200, for a total of $2,150. Are there any questions on this proposal?
No.
There being no further questions or comments, I'd like to make a motion approving the proposal for the status update and shoreline report to item.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Motion passes. Okay. Next, we have the recommendation for the 2025 Phase 4 demolition. I believe we opened the bids for these last meeting, and at the time, we only had 1 bidder. There were 4 original bidders, but only 1 submitted anything. So the lowest and most responsive, following the recommendation of James Portalatine, is for J.M. Wrecking. Their total was $281,800. For the record, the other bidders who did not submit for Richardson Disposal, Acton Incorporated, and Calumet Waste Recycling. So, per the recommendation of the building department, is the lowest and most responsive. Are there any questions or comments on this recommendation?
No.
There being no further questions or comments, I'd like to make a motion approving the recommendation from the building department for JM Wrecking for the amount of $281,800.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Okay, next we come to Resolution 2025-29, Tolbert and Tolbert Law. This is a resolution of the Chicago Board of Public Works authorizing the modification of the city's contract for legal services with Tolbert and Tolbert. Whereas the board previously authorized and approved its contract with Tolbert and Tolbert for a calendar year 2025, which among other things established a cap for fees in an amount of $60,000, and whereas the board previously authorized and approved the extent the cap contained in that contract by an amount of not to exceed the sum of $200,000, whereas the board now desires to extend the cap containing in Resolution 2025-17 by an amount not to exceed the sum of $100,000. Therefore, be resolved by the Chicago Board of Public Works that Tolbert and Tolbert contract be modified so as to allow payments for those services of an additional $100,000, subject to submission and itemized statements approved by the city controller, I should add, law department, and common council. Certified and adopted by the Board of Public Works by the City of Chicago, Lake County, Indiana, this 11th day of December 2025. Any questions or comments on Resolution 2025-29?
None.
There being no further questions or comments, I'd like to make a motion approving the aforementioned resolution.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Next, we have Resolution, City of Chicago Board of Public Works, Resolution number 2025-30, a resolution of Chicago Board of Public Works establishing a clothing footwear policy for certain Chicago employees. Whereas the board desires to establish a clothing and footwear policy for certain employees of the City of Chicago, the board establishes the amount of the policy at an up to $300 per employee. Now therefore be resolved by the Chicago Board of Public Works that the clothing footwear policy attached for certain employees of the City of Chicago is hereby established effective November 1st, 2025. Certified and adopted by the Board of Public Works, the City of Chicago, Lake County, Indiana, this 11th day of December 25. And it does include in the paperwork the general clothing and footwear policy and the procedures they have to follow. This is in effect because previously they're receiving money and now they are required to buy clothing, safety clothing, up to $300. Any questions or comments?
No.
There being no further questions or comments, I'd like to make a motion approving resolution number 2025-30.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Okay, now we have office leases. We have two from the law department. One is for 219 Health Network Incorporated. The other one is for Foundation of East Chicago. They are both located at 100 West Chicago Avenue, which is our health department building. There are actually 4 units leasing property, but these are the two that came up for renewal on this one. So the first one is the professional office lease is made on the first day of January 2026. It's between the City of Chicago, Indiana, the landlord, and 219 Health Network Incorporated, an Indiana nonprofit corporation. They're the tenant. As I mentioned before, the location 100 West Chicago Avenue. The leased premises contain 7,679 square feet for this proposal. The term of the lease will begin January 1st, 2026, and shall end December 31st, 2028. So it is a 2-year lease. The payment of the rent, the tenant agrees to pay to the landlord basic rent at a rate of $19 per square foot, which is a monthly rental amount of $12,643.10 per month. The first monthly installment shall be due January 1st, 2026. Our law department has vetted this agreement, and this is actually the same agreement we've had for several years. They've been in that building for quite a few times now. The second one is an amendment to the extension to the lease between the city landlord, East Chicago is the landlord, and the Foundations of East Chicago, the tenant. This amendment extension is to be effective as of January 1st, 2026, and attached to and made part of the lease agreement. The first effective as of January 1, it first was effective as of January 1, 2018, between the City of East Chicago and the Foundation of East Chicago, along with the incorporating any previously executed extensions and amendments thereto. So the amendments and extension provided as follows. Landlord tenant hereby agree to the term of the lease shall be extended to include 24-month period between January 2026 and December 31st, 2027. Okay. Two, the landlord and tenant further agree that the base rent for the period of time between January 1st, 2026 and December 31st, 2027 shall be $135,811.92, monthly installments of $5,658.83. All terms and conditions of the lease shall remain unchanged in full force and effective as they existed on January 1st, 2018. Any questions or comments on these two lease agreements?
No.
Having no further questions or comments, I'd like to make a motion approving the two lease agreements at 100 West Chicago Avenue.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Okay, next we have our annual fuel agreement. This is the City of East Chicago fuel supply contract. This is also vented by the Law Department. This agreement is entered between the City of East Chicago by and through its Board of Public Works and Tonkovich Oil Company, the supplier, on this 11th day of December. This is the same contract we've been using for several years. The only thing that really changes is the rates. The supplier understands and agrees this contract is a purchase and delivery of fuel products to the City of East Chicago. The supplier will deliver the products to the City of East Chicago Department of Public Works at 5400 Klein Avenue, Indiana. The supplier and the City of East Chicago agree and understand the wholesale price of gasoline, and thus the total price per gallon charged to the city may fluctuate due to market conditions. The supplier and the city further understand that the markup of USD will be .159 charged by the supplier shall remain constant through the term of this agreement regardless of market conditions. Also, all products must meet current federal, state, and local standards and requirements, i.e. 87 octane reformulated 10% ethanol blend. All tanks are owned and utilized by the City of East Chicago or above ground. The amount is not to exceed $750,000, and its services are for the period of January 1st, 2026 through December 31st, 2026. It should not exceed the $750,000. And there is a chart that lists the federal taxes per gallon, state taxes, wholesale costs, and the markups. And it also lists types of gasoline from 87 octane to 92 octane and the diesel fuel of E85. Are there any questions or comments on this proposal?
No. None.
There being no further questions or comments, I'd like to make a motion approving the 2026 fuel contract submitted by the Law Department.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Okay, next we have from Lexi Paul. It's the master service agreement. It's a master service agreement with the fire department. This is for their annual fire policy manual and daily training bulletins, their annual fire supplemental manuals, and their annual fire procedures. The manuals are $8,942.92. Sub-annual fire supplemental manuals are $1,678.86, and their annual fire procedures are $692.52 for a total of $11,314.30. For the record, this is a company that the fire department entered into agreement about 4 years ago. They're doing their day-to-day operation rules. The fire department is civil service. The department has two sets of rules, one are chief rules and one are civil service, and they're doing the day-to-day operation rules that fall under the chief's domain. So and the commission is checking to see that they don't cross the line. So. Any questions or comments on this proposal?
No.
There being no further questions or comments, I can make a motion approving Lexi Pod, I guess, agreement with the fire department for $11,314.30.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Motion opposed, it passes. Next, we have also from the fire department, it is from LIV Ltd. Unlimited. This is a proposal for the preventive maintenance service, and it is for the inspection and maintenance of all the equipment that they have in their fitness centers. Each fire department has a fitness center. They've had it for several years, I believe since 1921, when I was chief. And so what they do, they inspect our cardiovascular equipment, our weight and strain equipment, and this agreement is for 2 visits at $800 each. This only is regular maintenance services, oil, check the bands. If there's any additional cost, that'll be a separate cost. Any questions or comments? Further questions or comments? I'd like to make a motion approving the maintenance and strength equipment, the maintenance proposal for the fire department's exercise equipment from LIB Unlimited Ltd.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Okay, next we have also from the fire department, we have from McQueen. This is a proposal for the fire department for preventive maintenance of their Hurst tools. Their Hurst tools are their specialized extrication equipment. They include cutters, spreaders, ram, and strong arm tools. The amount is $3,335, with a not to exceed of $4,000. Are there any questions or comments on this preventive maintenance program for their specialized tools?
No.
There being no further questions or comments, I'd like to make a motion approving McQueen's proposal with the fire department.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Okay, next we have, also with the fire department, this is their Gateways Customer Service Maintenance Agreement. This is for their printer, which is a Konica Minolta printer. These service agreements are been negotiated through our IT department. Every department has the same agreement. It basically tells, it is the cost for black copies of .013, black and white copies, and for color of .09. The bill will be billed monthly on actual usage, and each department is billed separately. Any questions or comments on this proposal for their copy machine?
No.
There be no further questions or comments, I'd like to make a motion approving Gateways Service Maintenance Agreement for the fire department's copier.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Next we have from also fire department, it is from Interstate Power Systems. We have a letter from the chief. Please consider my request to approve repairs for Rescue 2531. Interstate Power Systems identified several issues regarding Rescue 2531. Attached you'll find an estimate and the total cost to repair is $13,570.10. We have located available funds in the vehicle repair and maintenance, their own account in their budget. Any questions or comments on this request for repairs to the rescue?
No.
There being no further questions or comments, I can make a motion approving the proposal from Interstate Power Systems in regards to the maintenance to Rescue 2531.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Okay, now we come to outstanding invoices. We have 7 outstanding invoices. As been our practice, I'll read each one. I'll make a motion at the end. First one is from the fire department. It's from Lexi Powell. They have one late invoice dated 10/1/25 in the amount of $11,314.30. The explanation: did not receive contract coordinating coordinating with invoice until after invoice was past due. Any questions or comments on this one from the fire department? Okay, next one is from Multimedia. It is from Franco Carson. They have 2 late invoices. One is dated 7/28/25 for $200. Next one is dated 8/22/25 for $780 for a total of $980. Explanation: invoice wasn't paid due to competing priorities. Any questions or comments on this one?
No.
Okay. Next one is also from Multimedia, and is with Conica, and they have 5 late invoices dated 8/30/2025 for $1933, 8/1/2025 for $47.52, 9/26/2025 $53.54. Next one's dated 9/26/2025, $19.33. Final one is dated 10/16/2025, also at $19.33 for a total of $159.05. Explanation: invoice wasn't paid due to competing priorities. Just for record, Multimedia, they lost their director, and there's only one person in the office, so she's been a little overwhelmed and catching up. So we're probably going to see more of these from Multimedia. Okay, next one is from Engineering Department. It is from Short Elliott Hendrickson. 1 late invoice dated 8/13/25, amount of $6,054.24. That's the total. Explanation: invoices were received on time from the vendor. However, it was missed. Service was rendered and invoices should be processed. Any questions or comments on this one?
Not.
Okay, next we have for special events. This is from the Indiana Restaurant. We have 1 late invoice dated November 19, 2024. The amount is $1,610. Explanation: discrepancy with the business name. Okay. Any questions or comments on this one?
No.
Okay, next we have one from the police department. Late invoice, the vendor is LexisNexis. The date is 7/31/25. The amount is $2,880. Explanation is: please excuse this late invoice. It was emailed to the wrong division and was not forwarded to the service department in a timely manner. Purchase order 251255 was on hand to pay this invoice. Any questions or comments on this one?
No.
Okay, finally, we have one from the police department. This is for Northwest Regional SWAT. They have 1 late invoice dated 9/25/25. The amount is $1,531.80. Explanation: please excuse the attached late invoice. It was emailed to the wrong person. It was not submitted to the service division in a timely manner. Any questions or comments on this one?
They have the 11% Illinois hotel tax. I mean, do we pay that, or is it, is that though we have Illinois, tax
We do?
exemptions?
We actually do.
Yes.
That's a good catch. I didn't see that one personally. But you know what? We'll make a motion and we'll ask the police department to contact them, and if they didn't supply, they should have supplied the form we have for Illinois. There's a separate form for
We do
Illinois,
have one.
and we do have it.
Yeah.
So then we'll need an updated invoice if there is exemption then?
Yeah,
correct?
well,
Okay.
we'll make a motion to include it, but we'll subject the last one to their to contacting the vendor
Correcting.
and correcting them,
Yes.
especially those at SWAT
Yeah.
convention. I would think they'd be from different departments, and everybody would be. Okay. Any other questions or comments?
No.
If there be no further questions or comments, I'd like to make a motion approving the payment of the aforementioned 7 invoices with the condition for the one from the police department to Northwest Regional SWAT as for Durham, they're to do a follow-up to determine on why they were charged that tax. Okay?
Yes.
Second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Okay, now, next one, we come to Reeve Riley Catalpa change order number 3. I don't know if you recall, we had this on one of our agendas in a past meeting, but I think it was tabled. So it's being brought back to us, right?
Oh, do you have a copy of it?
I do.
So, on here attached, it says change order number 3 to the balance overruns in quantities as directed by city engineer and balance underruns. This change order is a net increase of $38,337.58 to the project.
Yeah, so the city requires a balancing change order for overruns and underruns. And then the initial bid came in, I think, at roughly $225,000. And then available funding from HUD there was quite a substantial amount. So this $37,000, and some of these items are overrun by the former city engineer and sidewalk and curb to improve drainage and safety features out there.
Okay. Any questions or comments?
So the change order amount is $38,337.58.
58 cents, yes.
Okay, so that, the revised project amount will be $278,715.02.
Yes.
Okay. Any other questions or comments? No. There being no further questions or comments, I'd like to make a motion approving change order number 3 to the Chicago Catalpa Avenue project. Do you have a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Okay. Okay, next we have 2 rate schedules for engineering department. The first one is from Base Electric. It is for, with a not to exceed of $25,000. It includes their labor of electricians, equipment, and also for equipment and rental of equipment. They said it's for $25,000. Any questions or comments? Question or comments?
For Base Electrical Services LLC, the date on this proposal is, rate sheet is May 26, 2025.
So are they approved, they're agreeing to hold the same price basically? Okay, we'll make a motion. I noticed we've had some where they say continue the same price, but they should include it.
Just
so-
update the
Yeah.
date. Okay.
Okay. Okay. So there being no further question or comments, I'd like to make a motion approving Base Electronics rate schedules with the addition that they update the date for, or include that it's for the year 2026.
Reference.
Okay? Get a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Second one is from Midwest Electric. They have a not to exceed $150,000. This is for the traffic signal and streetlight emergency maintenance and repair. This is for they have a separate professional service agreement with engineering for traffic signal and streetlight emergency maintenance and repair. And this is their rate schedule for those tasks that they do. It includes their skilled labor, straight time, overtime, double time, and for their service trucks. And as I mentioned before, it's for not to exceed of $150,000. Any questions or comments?
No.
There being no further questions or comments, I'd like to make a motion approving Midwest Electric's proposal for our rate schedule for our traffic and streetlight emergency maintenance repairs.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Next, we come to our right-of-way applications. We have 10 right-of-way Board of Public Works permit applications, number 25-05234 through 25-05244. Are there any questions or comments on these permit applications?
None.
There be no further questions or comments, I'd like to make a motion approving the aforementioned permit applications.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. We have no other business. Our next meeting will be Thursday, January 8th, 2026 at 4:30. As that concludes all our items on the agenda for tonight, I'd like to make a motion for adjournment.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Motion passes. Thank you.